Hello, dear friends. Prophecies and predictions abound, and I have summarized one of the most striking. Opinion piece: Futurology, Polarized world, moral problems, blind tracking is over, Sodom and Gomorrah, social engineering fails, two spirals of evolution, collapse of the old world, prophecies and predictions. A heavenly reunion is coming. Omitting. Leadership will be questioned. Let's start. Futurology is the study and prediction of a possible, probable, and preferable future based on the analysis of current trends and the vision of the world. Futurology is not an exact science, and predictions can be influenced by various unpredictable variables, but it can be a useful tool to explore possible future scenarios and prepare for different eventualities. According to James Gilliland, the general picture is that everything that doesn't align with universal law will be undone. Universal peace, brotherly love, individual freedom, and prosperity for all is the universal law. Humanity and the Daka forces trapped in between will have no choice but to heal, release the past, and align with universal law. There is no wrathful God. All this will be one's own downfall or ascension. However, there is evolution, destiny, and those who make evolution take an upward spiral. A great example is the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. The two cities were on a downward spiral. Moral depravity, violence, theft, lack of love, respect, honor fell to the level where something had to be done. Both cities were surgically removed by a highly advanced race known as the Andromedans, medically known as archangels. It was not done as punishment, it was done to protect everything and ensure that evolution took an upward spiral. When consciousness collapses, the energy field also collapses, which is detrimental to the Earth and contrary to its ascension. She has to clean those areas. It could be tsunamis, floods, earthquakes, storms, hurricanes, or tornadoes, many of which can be created or directed for the wrong reasons with today's technology. The world elite would be representative of the leadership of Sodom and Gomorrah before his removal. They have moral and integrity problems, and they benefit from war and disease. They own the institutions, the supply lines, the flow of energy, and almost every aspect of modern life. Sovereignty. Don't depend on the modern. Become sovereign and self sufficient. Have your own water supply, heat source, grow and store your own food. Make sure you can protect yourself and your family. Learn the real science, not the subsidized science that is used to force you to give up your freedoms and funds. Scaring young people into ecological warriors into doing their bidding has worked very well. The good news is that they will fail, but not before causing damage. There are two spirals in evolution: the upward spiral, living according to universal law, spiritual life in service and harmony with each other and with the planet. The downward spiral goes against universal law in self-serving, living in discord with others and the planet. Those with an insatiable lust for power and wealth that they wish to control and dominate are on a downward spiral. The Great Spirit has given the best for these times. You will see powerful leadership emerge on both sides. As things become more polarized, nothing will be hidden. Everything will be made known, and all iniquities will be shouted from the rooftops. A safeguard put in place by the Creator will be activated. The safety mechanism is the soul and its connection with the source. Atlantean conflict. Many have incarnated from planes, dimensions, and advanced civilizations to be part of the planetary liberation, awakening and healing of humanity and the earth. Ancient memories of previous civilizations that have come and gone will surface. The revenge of the Atlantean and Lemurian conflict 2.0 is unfolding. There are those who want to use technology to dominate, spy, and control the masses who worship intellect and technology. These were the Atlanteans. Then were the Lemurians, both space travelers, who lived by the law of one, helping the less fortunate reach their full potential. They worshipped the invisible God in everyone and everything. A great war started by Atlantis broke out, but Lemuria ended it by directing a meteor that hit Atlantis. Let's not do this again. Back then, there were many faults, and there are today. Observe the actions. Remember that those who accuse usually have three fingers pointed at them. The modus operandi of dark hats is to accuse others of what they themselves do. They eat the best food, fly in their private jets, travel in their RVs, and shame you for your carbon footprint. Most of the genocidal leaders of the past were socialists. Consolidating power and wealth in the hands of a few and out of the hands of many leads to the loss of freedom and life. Know the history. Alms are someone else's money at first. When they disappear, they end in poverty, forced compliance, and ultimately genocide. Solar storms. To summarize this into more specific information, the Sun will continue to expand with stronger coronal mass ejections and flares. There will be an increase in street riots, severe weather, earthquakes, and volcanic activity. The polarity between the controllers and those who demand their freedom will increase. The socially and chemically designed ones will begin to awaken. Gender confusion is a direct result of the attempt to destroy the family unit. Racial and religious wars, fueled by megalomaniacs, will intensify until people begin to wake up and see what it is and who is really behind it. The light will turn on in all areas of life, in all institutions. People will look around and say, "This is not right. This is harmful to humanity and the earth." And they will start asking questions, and then they will demand answers. Leadership will be questioned at every level in every institution, in the mainstream news and on social media, and there will be an end to blind following. Social engineering will fail. Tyrants will use every method possible to maintain their ill-gotten kingdom, power and control. It will be in vain. They face an unstoppable force, a destiny orchestrated by the Great Spirit and by the many servants of the Creator. The days of controlling the masses with fear, guilt, shame, unworthiness, deception, and images of angry gods are also coming to an end. Those who perpetuate these false images and programs will go crazy. All logic will evade them. They will become fanatics, believing themselves to be the chosen ones and creating more divisions against their prophets, teachers, and sacred texts. Love service to others and unity will be discarded in some religions and upheld in others. Tyranny in all its forms will have nowhere to hide. Those who serve the beast will fall with the beast. Lightning. The more we stop allowing outside influences to control and dominate our lives, the better off we will be. It will be well for those who go inward, those who allow their hearts and spirits to guide them. In reality, the soul is located in a chamber next to the heart and is connected to God. Enlightenment is a multidimensional journey that begins with accessing the soul and expanding into higher states of consciousness. Love, joy, and bliss are the goal because that is the true nature of the Creator, the true human nature, the divine seed, the spark waiting to become the full flame. If you take this path, you will not need a prophet, a seer, or external leadership because you will be guided from within. You will know what to do at all times. We suggest acting with inner guidance and preparing for future moments. There will be a collapse of the old to make way for the new. Economy. There is a talk of a QFS quantum financial system that will replace banks when everyone's accounts are mirrored, but things could go in either direction. Don't get into a digital money system because they will control every aspect of your life. Precious metals are always a good backup, as is earth, but you have to be careful when working with earth. Respect the existing flora and fauna, and ask permission before disturbing the land. Corrupt agencies will also fall as leaders are held accountable. Wild organizations whose mandate is to control and dominate will come to an end. They are on a downward spiral and not on a specific frequency of ascension. There are some very powerful people who are awakening, supporting the process of awakening and healing what that is already underway, defending the freedom that had an incomplete past. If they stay on track, support them. You will be directing assets and energy to the liberation of the earth. They will be, I mean. Nature will become very active in cleaning. There are also forces rising on the ground. The White Hats divinely inspired to restore the Constitution and universal law. It will be 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but in the end there will be a wave of people who will resist tyranny and rise to the occasion. There will be no place to hide for the servants of the beast. Individual and collective decisions and actions will be the main drivers of the individual and collective future. In simple terms, your decisions and actions along with your past will decide your future. We have to release the past, heal wounds, traumas, and erroneous conclusions from past experiences. This includes generational, racial, and cultural growth if we want to be part of the ascension. Contact. We are moving towards an awareness necessary to contact and connect with the Great Spirit, the many saints, sages, and teachers, which includes advanced, benevolent beings from outside the world, some of our ancient ancestors. Contact has been maintained for a long time with those who rose to the occasion. This is in all the holy books. The veils between worlds are becoming very thin. Stop waiting for contact. Don't wait for others to contact you. The last thing the controllers want is for you to have access to free energy, to knowledge of the true history of the earth, the true origin of the human being and relations. Contact with advanced benevolent beings will be a great leveler and would end slavery through dependency. Imagine free fall, less power, replicators to meet your needs, etc. Anti-gravity travels at several thousand kilometers per hour and safely opens the door to space, other planets, and other dimensions. This technology already exists on Earth, but it is not in the hands of people, only the self-selected. Before this technology can be used, we must rise to the occasion with a high level of morality and integrity. We need to heal past traumas, forgive, release the past, raise our frequency, live in accordance with universal law, universal peace, brotherly love, individual freedom, and prosperity for all. Get out into nature, pray, meditate, be thankful for what you have. Ask yourself what you are doing to create heaven on earth. For, for those with an open mind, loving heart, and pure intention, go out in the wee hours of the morning on a dark moon with a clear sky. The skies are full of ships. They are waiting. It is, it is destiny to join the great family of human beings throughout the galaxy and the universe. They also come from other dimensions and from the inner earth. A heavenly reunion is coming. Get ready for it. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.